Hi, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here for Air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for March 15th to the 21st, 2020, which is tomorrow, the 15th. So the first card I pulled is an interesting card. It's Teach. And I think that's something that we can all agree on, that we are now moving into a new stage, new evolution, and it is time for us to pick up our mantle a little bit and move forward. So the first card I got was a very interesting card, and it fits for this, what's going on in our life right now. It's the Two of Pentacles. It's a card of being patient, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we are unaware of, we're not sure of, we don't really know. And the card that covers it is very apropos. It's the Lovers. And in this case, it's the love of just loving. And that right now the world is in dire need of just love. The energy of being loving and caring and giving to each and every one of us. You know, to the neighbor across the street that all you do is tip your hat to the greengrocer who is frazzled and doesn't have the time of day to help you. Everybody right now is what will make or break the world is how we give or how we love each other. And as you know, Three of Swords, it's things are not going so great in the business area, and the world our world is in a trauma, and the whole world is in a trauma right now. And everybody knows why. COVID-19 or coronavirus, doesn't really matter. But this card is also a card that's saying, yes, we can stand on our own 2 feet. We can handle this. And the truth is, for centuries, for the longest time, we've been giving our power to the government. It is time for us to be the ones who are empowered, which means we look after our health. And there are ways to do that. Don't shake hands. And I prophesy that from now on, shaking hands will be a thing of the past. Our future, when we move into, which we're moving into, I almost guarantee we will not be shaking hands in our future. Little things like that. So we can build in the namaste if we want. It doesn't matter, but we want to be the ones in control. We want to be the ones that go out and get our own elderberry syrup or make our own elderberry syrup, so that we are using preventative energies. So we're not just going and saying, okay, government, do this for me. We're doing it for ourselves. And that's basically what this card is. Three of Swords is saying that we are doing. Not that we have to do it. We're already doing it. And we do have, we'll get the Star next. And the Star is the goddess. And that's the female part of the universal energy. And the female part, of course, is, in the new energy, is the mother energy, the female energy, the goddess energy. And we do have that support. And if we listen to our hearts, we can hear her clearly. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. The goddess supports everybody. The energy of the goddess supports everybody. So, but that's your intuition. Pay attention. And your intuition can be, today I don't go out of the house. Tomorrow I'm fine. And that might be all that you need to do, is just listen. Or I'm going to stay in for 5 minutes extra. And then you miss somebody who had the coronavirus and you don't get it. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. So part of next week is going to be Eight of Swords, which is frustration. And we're surrounded by things that are very frustrating right now. Because we can look out, we can see what's happening, we know what's happening, and we can see where people are making mistakes, but that's all right. It is a major week for us because I've got so far 2 major arcana, and I'm going to put this one along with the Eight of Swords just in front of us. It's the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is not so much a judgment as being able to see clearly what the reality is. And we are seeing clearly this week what the reality is. And then we go to the top of the week. It's the Empress. And the Empress is abundance in all form, including intuition. So things are going to level out for at least air for the next little while. Because it is a powerful week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana in this week for us. So we're going to see things clearly. Things are going to shift and change. And as we know, we have the Strength card, and the Strength card is basically rising above the level we were at, rising above the lower energies to higher energies. And what's supporting us along the way is the Chariot, and the Chariot is all about staying in balance, and it's not exactly having to stay in balance. It's how you get out of balance, and it's about keeping on doing what you're doing because you are on the right path. Be confident, very confident. And then the last 2 major arcana is the World card. And this week is all about the world. And it's all about how we choose to usher in the new energy. And the coronavirus is ushering in a new energy. It's up to us to choose how it's going to come in. And I'm praying, hoping that we choose to bring it in powerfully, empowered, self-empowered, and very healthy. With this card, there's a lot of energy shifting and changing, but there's a lot of gifts that come in with it, if you choose to accept it. And most importantly of all is the Hierophant, which in my deck is the healing card, which suggests that we're stepping into our mastery. I feel the majority of us will step into our mastery. And it doesn't matter if it's what level of mastery it is. It really doesn't, because everyone is at the level they're at, and that's perfect. So, for instance, Jesus, when he came here, he was at a level of mastery. If you met him now, he'd be far higher level of mastery because he's continued to grow and change. Well, that's the same with us. We can step into our mastery at this level, but we will continue to grow and change. This is a pivotal week for us, air. It's a pivotal week I believe, for the world. So it's time for us to teach. It's time for us to accept who we are, and that is that we are stepping into our mastery at whatever level it may be. And I would like to suggest that any people, doesn't matter who, there's a bunch of energy workers around the world who are going into the energy, and they're shifting the virus at its base, creating a less intense virus. They're changing the DNA at that level. And if you have even the slightest bit of inkling, go in and just imagine that the DNA is dissipating, becoming just sort of like a mild cold or nothing at all. It depends what you feel is right for you. But please, the more people who do it, the faster it'll be done. The more we do it, the more empowered we become. You're taking control of your own life. So with that bit of message, hello.
Miriam M. starts us off with, "Hi, hope all is well. Will I get a call back for a second interview?"
I got a strong yes on that. That's it. I just got a strong yes.
Malapella says, "Hi, Eliz-sha and Elle."
Hi.
Tay asks, "Hello to you both. Do my spirit guides have any messages for me?"
They feel very, very close to you right now. I feel very like you're listening, and because you can hear them better than you've ever been able to hear them, they are closer to you, and you're becoming powerful in your own right. And that's what happens when you accept your responsibilities or accept the fact that you are powerful. You allow your power to come through, and you are allowing your power to come through. So I suspect everything is on you are on track at the moment very nicely.
Yasmin Fox asks, "Hey, what are the messages from my angels, and thank you?"
Okay, I think what I'm getting is from another lifetime, and it shows me a wall of fire coming towards you. It's it looks like a wildfire on a prairie, because it's not, I don't see trees. It seems to be flat land. And the wildfire is coming towards you, and there's telling me to tell you this, that what you've dealt with before, you can deal with again, only this time you will succeed nicely. So don't panic this time. And you what I see, it has a really strong smell with it. It's a very acrid smell. So this is a memory I'm having for you of what happened once before, and this time it's not actually a physical fire coming towards you, but hopefully you'll have the memory yourself and realize that this time you have it. This time it is not, you're going to be the one that makes the choices about how it works. It's quite it was not fun what you went through. It's quite terrifying, and if you don't fall into that same energy, you will be fine. Okay.
Zed the Empress asks, "What/who is coming towards me?"
Okay. So tall, dark, and handsome, basically. Somebody with a huge sense of humor. Sometimes the sense of humor will be very irritating, but in the long run, it's something that you will appreciate, because he has a sense of humor about a lot of things that other people would not be so forgiving about. It looks like a nice human being. Okay.
Malapella asks, "How does Gemini feel after the discussion we had this morning?"
I see him sort of rock back on his heels. He's and he acknowledges that you're right. He's still rocked back on his heels, and he's not 100% sure how to deal with. He doesn't know what his reaction is going to be yet, but he does acknowledge that what you said was right. So you've got that going for you. He did acknowledge that you were right. I don't know if he acknowledged it to you.
Moonfeather asks, "Hi ladies, how are you both? Just wondering if you could pick up on the presence I felt in my apartment last night. I wasn't sure if it was good or bad or just my imagination. Please and thank you."
Well, it wasn't your imagination, and I'm going to give you a bit of a lesson. Just sit down, breathe into the pit of your stomach. Okay. And once you've done that, I want you to open up your aura, just maybe a foot, or a short, not big, and sense what you feel. Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Does it feel I don't want this, or I really enjoyed this? And even with you enjoy it, ask yourself, is it good for me? And if it's not good for you, you tell it to take a hike. It has to. So, it's a law. If it feels good, talk to it. Ask it what it's there for. And if it doesn't give you a decent answer, tell it to take a hike. And the answer is yes. There was an energy there, but you can if you can sense it, you can deal with it. Okay.
Lori Dotson says, "Hi, hello everyone, sending love and light to you and yours."
Hi, Lori.
Eagle Frisk asks, "Hi, can I have 3 cards? Thank you."
Sure. Yeah. 2, 3. Interesting. So the first card I got was the Emperor. And the Emperor without his Empress is a stick in the mud. Not very nice, but with his Empress, he's very calm, giving, and caring. The two of them make a complete pair. The two of them are good together. The two of them can rule the world, so to speak. And you notice it both major arcana. The third card is the Wheel of Fortune, which is saying that things are shifting and changing. The power of balance is shifting and changing between your Emperor and you, the Empress. It's changing and should be changing in a very positive way. Be prepared to step into your power for it to occur in a powerful, positive way. If you don't, the Emperor will continue to play the part of the Emperor, of being rigid without shifting. This is time for you to be a very positive, not naggy, positive role model, moving forward, and allow him to come forward in his energy as he is ready, not as you can see he should be doing, but as he is ready. Okay.
Maria Herrera asks, "Hello, Eliz-sha and Al. Do you see any problem with the electric company? Thank you both."
They're a little bit cranky, but I think that you can talk to them and make arrangements. So I think this is something with your gentle patience that you can handle. Okay.
Taria Avalos asks, "Hello, may I know what are the energies of my relationship with Arthur?"
Arthur thinks at times that you're a little bit more intense than he wants to deal with, and it frustrates him a little bit at times. I think he's not at the same level of commitment that you're at yet. Doesn't mean he won't be. It's just at this point, doesn't appear to be quite as committed as you are. But like I said, it's not something that won't happen. It's just at this moment, it is not there. Okay.
Patricia Scowen asks, so nice to be here with you. Thank you for sharing your energy and time with us, Eliz-sha and Al.
Thank you.
Lori Dotson asks, so nice to be here with you. Thank you for sharing your energy and time with us, Eliz-sha and Al.
Lori said that?
Oh, sorry, I jumped comments. In between reading them, I jumped them. I do that. Patricia Scowen asks, hello, all hoping to know my new home by Easter and move by... I'm hoping to be in a new home by Easter.
Easter's pretty soon, isn't it?
Next month.
I got a feeling that it was a very strong possibility, honestly. It seems that it's a place that you'll be happy. It seems that I'm not sure what the view is, but it seems that the view is pretty spectacular. Maybe a bit wind blown, but it's a view that you really like. So and I think I see you sitting outside of your kitchen door, just sitting there with a cup of something, looking out. So I think the potential is very strong that you will be moving.
Lily Dulo asks,
Hi, Lily.
Hi, ladies. I'm so happy to see you. I will ask for my man. He is leaving his home and going back to live with his parents. When can he continue life normally? New home? Or he need a new job first? I think is the main question.
Oh, okay. At the moment, his energy is really shaken. It's like he's almost given up for the moment. He's just sort of really upset and everything. And yeah, of course he would need a new job until his energy shifts out of feeling like he can't win. It will be difficult for him to get a new job. I can't tell you how long that's going to be, but it's not a forever thing. It's almost like you need to find a job, and when you find a job, it heartens him to find a job. And I know you've been looking hard for one, but it does feel like a job is coming your way, and it might be still a job of your own making. Looking hard for one, but it does feel like a job is coming your way, and it might be still a job of your own making. What you do will it might be what you start is something that he can join in with. Okay, it will work out. It's just the timing. I can't tell you the timing, and in the meantime, I do feel it's hang on. hang on for a bit of time. Okay.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Lori Dotson says, I love your necklace, Eliz-sha. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's one I made yesterday. I was quite proud of it. This is the back end. You can see the back end there. And I don't know. This one I particularly like more so than some of the others.
Zulumi R asks, hello, I spoke with a psychic yesterday.
And it wasn't me? My heart is broken.
Where his response is accurate.
Hang on. All I get is he was accurate to the best of his ability. And quite often, honestly, if a guy becomes a psychic, they're usually pretty decent. So I suspect 50% of what he told you is pretty accurate.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Lily Dula says, I'm happy to have you here because in my state we are all isolated at home. This situation of corona has created lots of psychological and economic difficulties for the population.
It is a worldwide phenomena, and it's going to change the way the world lives. It really is. That's not a prophecy, that's a fact. The way we react to it will make a difference, whether it's positive or negative. But yeah, it's a sad event. But on my page, Wisdom Seekers Facebook page, there is a video I put up of Jennifer Hoffman, and she talks about it. And I found it was very, it made sense to me. And the fact is, I do identify strongly with Atlantis. So, but I recommend people go listen to it. It's like 20 minutes, I think. I mean, it is a little bit of time, but I recommend that you go listen to it.
Rachel N asks, how does Alex feel about me?
Alex. If you're pinning all your hopes on him, maybe look elsewhere, because Alex is not ready to settle down or not ready for anything. He's not ready for anything solid or strong. He's just, what's that song? Just a poor boy.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Uh-huh. I don't know, but he's not ready to settle down yet. He's not ready to be serious the way you're wanting to be serious.
I'm just a poor boy from a poor family.
Yeah. He's sort of like he's off doing his own thing, playing. He's not ready. He's simply not ready.
Fiona R asks, is the guy that I'm talking to planning on doing witchcraft on me? If you can't trust him, walk away.
Yeah. If you're going to ask that question,
walk away.
Walk away. Put up your energy guards, walk away.
Nala P asks, is my husband leaving to Mexico this year? We are separated.
Mala P?
Nala. Like Simba's girlfriend.
Yeah.
One of his girlfriends, anyways.
He had more than one.
No, but lions, there's only one lion to a pride of lionesses.
Oh yeah, I think in this show they were okay. I think that's strong. It's a strong potential. I'm not 100% sure that once he gets there, he'll like it and want to stay. So Yes, and if that means he's not paying alimony or child support, I hope that's not the case. But he does have a tendency to want to run.
Mimi asks, does Miss McKendon want bad things to happen to me?
Miss McKendon?
Miss McClendon, sorry.
You have irritated that lady quite a bit. I don't know why. It may be just because your personality reminds her of something else or somebody else. But she's definitely not a nice human being when it comes to you. And if she says things to you, don't really listen to her because she's not quite balanced. She's not quite balanced, and what she says is not truthful. Okay.
Angel Wings asks, how does my friend, feel about me? Always talking about my ex.
Yeah, basically, I would say that was the answer. I wouldn't keep talking about your ex, because basically what they're thinking is, why don't you go back with you're not finished with them. So do some really strong soul searching and either move on, or put A on the back burner for a little while until you are ready to move on. I mean, there's only so long A can be caring and forgiving and interested, and you don't want to waste your time. If you're going to be with somebody, be with that person, not with another person.
Also, even the best of friends can get annoyed at the continued topic of so-and-so did this, so-and-so did this, and then this happened.
And it's just about healing the wound. Okay.
Laurie Dawson says, sending healing, strengthening, protection, love, and light to everyone here. Thank you. Emily Aquine asks, I would like some advice my spirit guides have. I would like any advice my spirit guides have for me about being pregnant.
About being pregnant?
Yeah, and the guy going back. And the guy decided 6-year-old. And the guy has a 6-year-old with one of his girl exes. I think that's what she means. Basically, advice about being pregnant.
Well, I gave a fair amount the other day, and I will reiterate it. Never bring a child into this world that you're not ready to love and care for deeply. And if that means having a child and giving it up to a family, fine. If it ends up going into the system, that's pretty tough. So make sure this child is whom and what you want. And obviously the guy is used to loving and leaving. Otherwise, he would have. And how does he treat his 6-year-old? So if you want him to be around, is he around his 6-year-old? Does he? And I'm pretty darn certain he doesn't want to put out more money for another child. So there will be a fight in that respect too. It just and the advice your guides give is make sure you love this child. If you're going to keep the child will be fine if you choose not to keep it, and you choose to wait until life is a little more certain for you, and the child will either come into into somebody else in the family or a close friend if it's meant to be close to you, or wait until you are ready for the child. You're not killing a life. The life continues on if you choose not to keep this child. It is, but I having raised 3 children, and
Alone.
well, sometimes it's easier to raise children alone than with somebody who raises children in a different way than you do. If you have to love that child, you have to want that child, and I was lucky. I wanted my kids. I really wanted my kids. I didn't keep them out of obligation. I kept them because I wanted them. But if you don't keep a child because you feel obligated. Keep a child because you love that child. And if you're not ready for that to love, then and if you're really young, you haven't got your schooling behind you, get your schooling first, then have the child. You know you can conceive. You know that you will have another child. So the child is fine, whatever you choose. It's what I'm saying. But you have to be ready. You have to be the one that they can say, yes, I'll love this kid when it's got shit up from its toes to its head, and it's runny and it's yellow and it's gross, because that will happen, or it's spitting up all over you, or it's up all night and you have to be at work at 7 a.m. and the kid is sicker than a dog, throwing up, or it breaks your most favorite. Well, in my case, my daughter took a ring of mine and lost it. It was one of a kind. I will never get it back. You have to love them through every little thing they do. And they'll break your favorite cup. They'll spill crap all over the floor because they can't carry it, and they're trying to be really nice. I had a wonderful little thing happen yesterday. This little 4-year-old phoned me on my phone and says to me, "Do you love me?" And I said, "Yes." "Do you love my mom?" I said, "Yes." And then his mom caught him, and as mom was taking the phone away from him, he says, "Call me back." But you got to love them when they're spending all your money. My daughter phoned India once.
Oh, God.
And we're thinking, God, that's good. And the cost was a little bit high, but it wasn't horrendous, thank God.
And it wasn't India, it was Pakistan.
Okay.
That makes it so much better, I know.
And all the calls from the school that go, "Hey, can you come and pick up your daughter or your son because they did something?" Well, in my daughter's case, it was break their foot, but they did a lot of things that they weren't supposed to do. My kids were very full of energy. Well, for instance, my one daughter broke her hand. In 21 days, she had 14 casts. because she would accidentally fall in the pool, or she'd climb a tree and fall out of the tree and break the cast. And the doctor was so pissed at the end. It made me laugh. But kids, they're not easy.
They're not for the faint of heart.
They are not. You want to love them when they come into your life. And if you can't love them, don't. It's not time. And I was 31 when I had my first child. I waited till I figured I was mature enough to deal with it. Anywho, that was a really long answer.
Yep. And I'm going to cut you off. Miriam Rashid asks, hello, my daughter Kendra is going to be spending time with friends. She wants to know she can trust them.
Kendra.
Kedra, sorry.
Kedra.
Kedra.
Okay.
Yeah, Kedra.
I would like to know the name of the friends. It'd be easier, but let me see what I can do. I don't see them doing really bad things, but at the same time, they're not angels. So be very, very careful what they talk you into doing. And honestly, if you have this fear, unless it's mom's fear, and moms always exaggerate their fear, think 3 times before you accept to go there. Like I said, I don't think they don't feel like bad people, but at the same time, they do feel like they're like they can get into stuff that's just a little bit dangerous. Okay, good luck with that.
Asil asks, hello, ladies. Will I find the job this year?
I think so. I got a fairly strong yes on that. I didn't get any timing or anything like that, though.
Krista Charlton says, hello, beautiful souls. Kimber Siegel Aquarius says, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I just stopped in to say thanks and God bless you all.
Thank you.
XOXO. Krista Charlton asks, please, could I ask if the meeting I have this Monday is good or bad news? Thank you.
Meeting?
Meeting.
I think it might be a mix of good news and not so good news. I'm kind of blanking on it a bit. I think your fear is dominating the energy a little too much. Maybe if you could pull back the fear a little bit, the energy would shift and change. And just try that and see what happens.
Next.
Yeah.
Lori Dodson asks, what are you making, Eliz-sha, and what do my guides have to say to me today?
I'm just making another necklace, the same as this, only it's a different
Style.
Not different style, but it's a different. It just looks slightly different. It's just it's something I'm perfecting. So it's slightly different colors and things like that, and the decorations will be different. And she wanted to know what her guides are saying.
Yeah.
So things are shifting again at work, and I think this time it might be that you want to be the one who balances people's fears out. It does feel like some of the rationale that they're going to use is not quite logical. So it might be that it is up to you to be the voice of logic. And people are starting to look to you to be a leader. So just continue to be that leader.
Melapella says, thanks, Alicia and Elle. Patricia Scowen says, I know it breaks your heart. We all must help others and pray to God to lift this. She's talking to Lily, so I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Jenny Jones asks, hello, ladies. Love and light to you both. Do my spirit guides have any messages for me?
Jenny Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite pleased with you. They're suggesting that maybe grounding is a good option right now. And honestly, I think for everybody, this stands for everybody right now, because the fear energy that's so prevalent in the world, I'm assuming since yesterday it hasn't dropped that much, that the more grounded you stay, the easier it will be for you. You don't have anything to worry about, or there's no reason for you to have there's no reason for you to be in fear for anything. And they seem to be quite pleased with what you're doing with your life. So just basically they're saying stay grounded. And that goes for everybody who's on here, because if you're drawn to this sort of thing, the chances are that you're an empath, and all the energy that people are doing right now, it's going to leave even the most healthy person in having to deal with other people's fears. And so every time you start to have a fear reaction, ask, is it yours? And if it's not yours, find a way to let it go. But it's so prevalent and it's so everywhere that you just do want to be very careful. All right.
Janet Lacarte says, greetings. May I ask, do my spirit guides have any messages for me? Be kind, rewind. Snark is in full force.
Now that's stuck in my head. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyhow, her guides think that was hilarious. I got that far. Listen to your inner guidance. You have a really strong inner guidance ability. You know, you hear things well. Listen. Think twice before you react. Don't judge yourself so harshly. Okay, so judge yourself. Don't judge yourself, period, for that matter. but yeah, things are going quite well for you if you choose to allow it to happen. And look, when you look at something, don't automatically assume it's going to be a negative energy. Allow it to allow yourself to think about it before you go, oh my God, that's bad, because something that appears not great is probably going to be pretty decent. Okay? So as my daughter says, be kind, rewind. You will, it will be, think things through twice or thrice before you before you before you before you make a decision. Okay? And that's
Princess Nee asks, hi there, do my guides have any messages for me? I'm going through a tough time, thanks.
Princess Nee.
Princess Nee.
Well, basically, what they're saying to me is that the tough time is making you stronger, and it's sort of like it's sort of like a tempering that you're going through, and that has to do with making steel stronger. So, but also at the same time, they're telling me to tell you that you're not alone. You're always got somebody. There's always somebody there for you, with you, and it's interesting. But they also said this too shall pass. This too, this too shall pass. So it is not something that's going to be part of your life forever. And basically what I'm getting is that what's happening is actually good. It's actually good. I know it doesn't feel good, but it is actually is actually part of your plan that you came down to earth and it is meant to make you more of who you truly are. So take a deep breath, mourn, and just know that it's going to turn out fine for you. Okay?
Lily Dulo says, thank you a lot, Alicia, and L. Hugs from Albania. Laura H. asks, hi ladies, how are you? I'd like to know if my finances will improve this year.
I think towards the middle or later half of the year, there seems to be a ray of sunshine come through. At least that's what I'm getting. So I would say yes, things should start to shift and change. And that again has a lot to do with us taking our own power back from instead of letting others have our power. It's us choosing to be the ones that are empowered. That will make also a huge difference in how we are financially.
AP asks, hi Alicia and Al, did I do the right thing by walking away from tea? Thank you.
I know it hurts a lot at the moment, but actually it was the right thing. And if it's not, I'm sure you'll have a chance to fix the problem. I don't feel it was a mistake. I feel that that though you hurt now, it will pass, and once it's passed, you will be glad of what you chose. I can almost guarantee you will be happy with what you chose, and having loved and lost a few times, I can guarantee for myself, I am delighted with the people that I didn't succeed with. I'm delighted I didn't succeed with them. Okay.
Jennifer Schwab asks, do my spirit guides have any messages for me for the next couple of weeks? Thank you.
It appears that the coronavirus is going to hit close to your home, and all your guides are just sort of suggesting little extra precautions right now. Like wash your hands a little bit extra with soap. I recommend personally vitamin C, vitamin B, or thiamine, or niacin, thiamine, niacin, elderberries, because extra sleep, alcohol rubs to wash down your phone and things like that. It just it's not that it's going to affect you so much, but it'll affect people close to you. So just take a little bit extra, and I'm sure you're already doing those things. But that's the first time I ever got that kind of message.
Patricia Scone says, Elisha, I sent you an email as I wanted to buy one of your crosses. I don't know if you received it.
Not yet. When did you send it?
I would like extra energy. How much would postage to the UK cost? I feel like it will not be easy due to flights being down. Maybe have to save it for later. The crosses and a couple of other stuff are now up on our website store. And we do have an option of crosses with extra energy for, I believe, a couple, like $5 extra than without, because it does take a lot of energy.
It does.
To put into this. We will double check our emails, but
I don't seem to have it.
But
at least I didn't.
If you could go through the website, you should be able to leave a comment of what kind of extra energy you would like installed, and what kind of stone and wires the colors you might appreciate. One of those words. But again,
I have a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, we'll double check and get back to you.
This one is one of my favorites. It's a gold stone, but blue gold stone. I have a plethora. I can also make to order as well. There's probably planes still going with mail and everything.
Yeah,
I would think.
But we'll double check and get back to you.
Yeah.
With everything.
And Canada is still having planes going over. It's Americans that cut the corners.
Yes, but we're still a British Commonwealth.
So but I mean we're Canadians, so.
No, I know, but we have no choice but to report back to the motherland.
No, we actually do have a.
I know, I'm mostly kidding.
Okay.
Anyhow, Lori Dodson says, thank you. I think you are spot on once again, dear friend. D Sparks asks, is it okay to travel for me at this time by car? Thank you.
by car.
I mean, are you traveling with other people?
So what you're worried about, okay, so one of the things you will want to do is be very careful about, and it depends where you're going, right? So some areas are harder hit than others. So like in Canada, the last 4 days ago, we had 103 cases of virus. I don't know what we've got today.
Mm.
I haven't looked. I've got to the place where I got tired of the
Fear.
The fear mongering. And so it depends where you're going. Whether they'll allow you or to not, that's a different thing altogether too, right? But again, alcohol will kill any virus. And the virus with somebody who's sneezing, stay at least 6 feet away from them. Wipe everything down, especially your cell phones. And if you and the masks, they're not going to do you any good unless they keep you from touching your face. And I'm one of the worst people for touching your face. So, just follow the rules. You should be fine. The truth is, if you're going to stay in hotels, the virus lasts for 12 hours on material and 24 hours on metal. So take lots of alcohol rubs and wipe everything down, and spray too. I guess, I don't know if Lysol works or not. I haven't heard. I just know that it's gone. But you can make your own spray and spray things. So yeah, I think you should be safe traveling, and it just take extra precautions. And don't worry about the mask because they're not going to help you. But rubbing alcohol will kill the virus really easily.
Jenny Jones says, thank you so much. Princess Nee says, thank you so much. Jeanette Lacarte says, thank you so much from my heart. It means a lot to me. I will truly take this advice. Blessings, love, and light to you both. Namaste.
Namaste.
Laura H says, thank you so much. Great advice. AP says, thank you for your insight. Earth Angel asks, do you see me succeeding / finding employment?
I see you succeeding.
Radiology.
I do see you succeeding. Radiology. I think you're going to go through a couple of jobs before you find the one that fits you. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just that certain people are not going to be as nice as other people, and but it will take you a while to find the right fit, but you will succeed.
Jennifer Schwab says, wow, that is a little scary. I hope it's not my immediate family and my husband or daughters.
Well, if it's your husband or daughters, then the chances are it's nothing. Mm-hmm. Because the chances are the younger you are, the less it bothers you. The older you are, the more it bothers you. People my age need to worry. People your age, not so much. The way it goes is 81% is mild, 14% is medium, 5% is rough. Of that 5%, 5% will develop pneumonia. Of that 5% that develop pneumonia, 2.1 or 2.5, I can't remember exactly which, will not survive. So you have more chance of being struck by lightning than dying from this.
And we'll end with D Sparks with thank you and love and blessings.
That's really nice. Thank you. It's been a really nice gathering today. Thank you very much.
Jennifer Schwab says, I pray we stay well. Thank you for your time and energy.
And it's not scary, Jennifer. It was just a warning to be careful. And it was a more because you will be around it. And
I totally skipped someone.
okay.
Jagged Leaf Medicinals wants to know, where did it go? He wanted to know what kind of spiritual gifts his mom had, empathic, healing, etc.
His mom?
His mother, yes.
Has or had?
Has. My bad.
Okay. Very strong empath. And as you know, when you were sick, she was a really good healer. Do you remember when she'd put her hand on your shoulder and you'd feel warm? So she's a natural healer. She's a strong empath. And then she's also strongly intuitive with that. I feel she hid that. She used to know when you got into mischief, right? Especially when you were a teenager. And she'd just sort of look at you, waiting for you to tell her what you'd done. So she's a strong intuitive, but she just thinks it's just normal, and it is just normal. It's what people should do all the time, but she's just ahead of the curve. And you can tell she's a healer because she's got a really good heart. And I suspect she's really easy to con because she has such a big heart. And she wants to see the best in everybody. So you might want to make sure that you keep an eye on her when there's new people around until you can trust these new people.
And I apologize for skipping your question. It wasn't intentional.
But the thing bounces all over the place.
It does, and I guess my eyes aren't focusing very well today.
It appears to be this case, yes.
Yeah, so...
You've had a bit of trouble reading a few things.
Yeah, so apologies, and thank you for joining us. And Jennifer Schwab says, thank you for the advice about what to take and how to avoid getting it.
Well, I highly recommend you go listen to what Linda spoke. She's just amazing. And she spoke for an hour, and there's all the things you can do for yourself. Like don't do what I just did. Don't touch your face. But it also talks about cleaning the house. And you can do that with saging it. And she has just tremendous amount of information. It was just amazing. And then she says to me, I should have talked about A, B, and C. And I said, don't worry. You did talk about A, B, and C. So yeah, her information is just amazing. I recommend it. Anytime you have any ideas on how to do preventative. Okay.
All right. And with that, namaste. Let's go.
Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody.
Your
mouse is not working?
My mouse is getting a little tired. Bye.